The Nashville Zoo at Grassmere is one of the Mid-South's favorite family destinations. We're going there in our first story to take in a couple of new attractions. But our main mission is to go behind the scenes at a new medical facility, a place where the patients are often wild, dangerous animals. 7 miles from downtown, the Nashville Zoo at Grassmere is a 200-acre nature preserve. Home to nearly 2,800 animals and 365 species. It's a nationally accredited progressive zoological park that's constantly evolving to enrich both public enjoyment and conservation. Newer exhibits like Tiger Crossroads offer visitors up close and cageless views of rare Sumatran tigers from Indonesia. This exhibit was a longtime dream of Rick Schwartz, the zoo's president and CEO.
If we're going to invest the time and the money and the effort into building these exhibits, we want to do so with endangered species, species that need conservation work.
Next door, you're suddenly transported to Peru to follow the trek of Andean bears.
From the moment you walk in, you feel like you are in a Peruvian village with a lodge and lots of different things to see.
Jim Bartu, the zoo's marketing and PR guy, showed us around this wide-open exhibit that's a big hit with guests.
And then you look through glass up the hillside into an area that's an acre large. And we have 2 Andean bears in there. Then they have this huge yard that they can roam around in, trees that they can climb in, rocks that they can climb on, all of that stuff.
Like humans, animals of all sizes and species need exceptional medical care. That brings us to the highlight of our visit. Now here's where you can enjoy a window into the world of animal medicine. It's the HCA Healthcare Veterinary Center, and I think we're just in time to witness a physical exam of a clouded leopard. And it begins in the pharmacy, where Dr. Heather Robertson and her staff prepare anesthesia to ensure the animal has a nice nap during the procedure.
So it's a 1 injection. It's a semi-reversible protocol, and it goes pretty quick. It's very predictable. So actually, he'll go down really fast, actually. Oh, hi, big buddy.
Next, a trip to the holding area where Ethan, the patient, waits with his keeper.
Thank you.
Heather tries a pole syringe first so she can inject the animal while he's inside his crate.
This is hard when they're almost so sweet. Let's go this.
Finally, the sleeping clouded leopard is moved to one of the modern treatment rooms.
So depending on the animal, first we want to make sure that the staff's safe. So if it's a dangerous animal, we always take that into account first. So how are we going to get to the animal safely and keep the staff safe? And then from that, it's just making sure that we're handling the animal the easiest and safest way. So I'm placing a microchip just so we can always identify him.
So how does this compare to a human physical exam?
Doing the same thing that your doctor would do for you. So checking blood work, doing a physical exam. We do sometimes add x-rays or dentals because we're kind of an all-in-one practice. So if we need to do a dental exam or a dental cleaning, tooth extraction or something that we might find while they're out, we'll do that while they're under here today.
Looks great though, perfect teeth.
By now, an audience has gathered outside on the observation deck. This is a feature that makes the vet center a popular attraction for the public.
It took some getting used to for sure when you come in and you have about 50 or 100 people staring at you through the windows. But after the first few times, we just kind of go about and do our thing and know they're out there. And we have an interpreter out there to always engage the guests and help let them know what's going on.
A camera is mounted above the table connected to monitors that offer viewers an even closer look at all the action.
So right now, the jugular vein, we do this in dogs too and cats in private practice, but that's one of the larger veins and a little more accessible than some of the other veins, so we'll try to get blood from that. These are vaccines. Just like your domestic cats, they get very similar vaccines.
The treatment room also features ultrasound for examining the cat's vital organs in real time.
and his gallbladder.
And here we go.
All right, so now we're going to take him and move him over to X-ray.
Well, they won't be able to see.
So I guess not good. Thank you.
Here, Heather and company can move Ethan around to gather x-rays from every vital position.
So what I'm looking at here is you can see heart. This is the trachea. These are the lungs. So after we're done, we'll give him a reversal so he'll wake up pretty quickly. And then we just monitor and make sure that they get up and recover without any issue. We'll put him back in his holding area where he's comfortable. So he'll go to sleep there and wake up there. And usually they recover pretty quickly.
There she goes. Hi, sweetness.
Heather's also in charge of the animal nursery rooms. Here, guests can observe the care and feeding of newer arrivals, like this month-old clouded kitty. By the way, the Nashville Zoo has an unsurpassed record for its captive breeding of clouded leopards, a big part of its ongoing mission of conservation.
We're not just displaying these animals, we're really trying to make that connection and teach people what they themselves can do to help preserve endangered species around the world.